Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Valerie Harris, and it's so wonderful to be out here with you. This is your Stepping Up and Stepping Out series that will air every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. And guys, guess what? This series has been designed just for you to encourage you, to inspire you, and to empower its listeners to step up and step out of your comfort zone. So today's series is about the risk taker. Because when you are stepping up and stepping out of your comfort zone, you're taking a risk. But in life, when we step up and step out of our comfort zone, taking that risk, we have to understand that everything in life is a risk. And guess what? You have two options you can take. You can take the option of and expect positive results to come out from you taking a risk. Or if you don't take the risk, you might miss out on a chance of a great experience with new opportunities. The scripture tells us in Psalms 32:8, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. And it also says, I will counsel you with my loving eyes on you. And so if God has told you to do something and you need to step out of your comfort zone and do it, I'm here to tell you, you can do it. So put in the chat, I can do it. I will do it. I will step out and take a risk. So type those things in the chat for me, especially when it comes to doing the unfamiliar. Because, if it's something that we're familiar with, we just know how to do it. We get a little leery when it comes to something unfamiliar. It could be a numerous things that you might be interested in doing, but for some reason you held back because it was unfamiliar. And you did not pursue it because it seemed like it might have been too complicated or fear set in. Yes, when we take a risk, it's a scary thing because I'm an example of it. It's a scary thing. When I first started doing these videos, I was really stepping out on faith and I took a risk just to see how that thing was going to work. So I know what you're feeling like. But I'm here to tell you that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So look, what did you do? What did I do? Like me, I allowed the fears to set in and I dismissed the great ideas that God had put into my heart to do. But I'm here to tell you and talk to you about things that might have been your niche and give you some examples of some things that you might have thought about doing and you didn't do it. You might have wanted to play sports and you thought maybe you couldn't run fast enough, or you couldn't throw for far enough, or you couldn't measure up to all the other players, or it could have been playing a musical instrument. At one time I played the instrument, and one of my real desires was to play a piano because I love to sing. But I didn't keep on pursuing that musical instrument. Once I learned how to do it, I put it down, but I was much, much younger when I was playing it. It might have been to write a book and you stopped because you felt like you couldn't do it, or learn how to organize your files on the computer. Have I hit your row yet? Let me know. Put it in the chat if I've hit your row yet. It might have been caring for an animal, or riding a motorcycle, or learning how to ride a motorcycle, or doing some creative painting, dancing, or just learning some better skills on the computer. Singing, like I said, I still love to sing, but I don't sing as much as I used to, but I do love to sing. And I'm going to use myself today as an example. At one time, I always admired those who knew how to create live videos, but I had no experience at it. I really was not that interested, but I love seeing people on video. I love movies. Like I told you, I love an action-packed movie, but like I said, I didn't have any experience except, gathering a bunch of pictures and maybe creating a fun mini video, but nothing live. But even though I admired those who could, I was not that interested, like I said. But at one point in my life, I found myself getting more interested and wanting to learn more how to do them. And I began to have a great passion for doing video and learning the different programs that they have that you could use, the different platforms that you could use, to do live videos. But then after I conquered that thing, I began to struggle with, well, what will I even say if I do a live video? And another thing, would anybody really listen to me? But once I came to the realization that what I had to say mattered to someone, and that it would inspire them, it would encourage them, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to inspire you, to encourage you, to give you hope, to strengthen you so that you will have the courage to step up and step out of your comfort zone, guys. So I stopped being intimidated about pursuing what I was not familiar with doing. But God showed me how to step out by learning to leave the familiar way of doing things. You gotta leave the familiar so that you can embrace the unfamiliar way. And you will learn that it makes you feel more fulfilled once you step out and you see that it wasn't that hard, because I stepped out by leaving the easy to embrace the uneasy. And if you are willing to practice and put work in it, it'll work. But anything that you want to do that you're unfamiliar with, you have to work at it, and you definitely have to practice it if you want to perfect whatever it is. And a lot of times what happens, we become stagnant and we become lazy by not wanting to learn new things. Guess what, guys? It's something new to learn each and every day that you get up out of your bed. So let's face it. I want you to face this with me. The world we live in is mostly listening on the go or doing visuals, and it's just moving fast. And if you slow up, you're going to miss something, because video and learning how to do video is on the move, and somebody needs to hear what it is that you have to say. So once I embraced all the risks that I knew that I was taking as far as doing the live videos, it began to unlock some hidden potentials inside of me. And that's what will happen to you, because like I talked to you before about potential, you have obvious potential and you have hidden potential. But if you don't take risks and try to do things that are unfamiliar, you won't even realize all of the potential that's already resting inside of you. So I want to encourage you, and I want to thank you all so much for listening and viewing my Stepping Up and Stepping Out series, because guys, guess what? I took a risk doing this thing, but guess what? I'm going to keep on doing it as long as it is encouraging somebody, inspiring somebody, and empowering somebody to step up and step out of their comfort zone to do something that's unfamiliar to them. Because you know what? What we really have to understand is that you have something inside of you that someone else needs to hear and experience. And guess what? We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. I just want to remind you of that. So what you have inside of you, I've always said that on various ones of my series, when I've come out and do live, that what you have inside of you matters. What you have inside of you, the people that are going to listen to you, they need to hear what you have to say. So when I come out here weekly, my aim is to give you some hope, to encourage you, like I said, to step out and inspire somebody else. And another thing, always be your authentic self. Don't try to be like somebody else. Be who you were created to be empowered, and also empower those that are listening to you to embrace something unfamiliar so that you can learn new things. Because like I said, it's always something new to learn, guys. But by taking a risk and doing these live videos, I've met some wonderful people. God has a way of connecting us with the resources we need to fulfill those hidden potentials that we have inside of us. So I just want to be, to remind you of that. And I want you to know that you want to tap into those hidden potentials so that you can learn new things. But today, before I leave, I just want to leave you with like 6 benefits of being a risk taker. And the first one, like I was telling you, you will gain better insight of what's happening with you inside if you leave the familiar to explore the unfamiliar. And number 2, you'll learn new skills you thought you were incapable of learning. Look, if you want to learn something, you can learn it, but you have to put your mind to it. And number 3, you will overcome those fears of failure and the naysayers, because I don't care what you do, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. You're going to have people that's going to be naysayers, so it's okay. It's okay. But just keep on stepping up and stepping out. Number 4, you will learn how to use your creativity to help somebody else, because somebody needs what it is that you have to offer. Number 5, you will begin to excel like never before. And you'll be like, wow. And then number 6, you will attain more leverage on your hidden potentials. And if you reach your full potential, you'll feel more happy. You'll feel more fulfilled. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about the rest of this week. What is something that's unfamiliar to you that you're interested in doing that's going to benefit someone else in your life right now? Just think about that for the rest of the week. And I want you to remember, when you are called to step out in faith, God is bigger and greater than any circumstance or any problem that you might encounter in your life. And I am so excited about what is going to happen, is about to happen in your life when you decide that you're going to take a risk and do something that you've been called to do. And make sure that whatever it is that you've been called to do, to take that risk, that God would get the glory out of your life during the process. And that's all Talk Time Val has for you today. It was so wonderful to be out here with you. Last week, I had to take a break because, like I told you, we have to be balanced. Sometimes we have to shut things down. So I had to shut it down last week, but I missed you guys. And I just wanted to come out here today to continue to encourage you to leave the unfamiliar to doing, from leave the familiar, to doing something that's unfamiliar to you. So Talk Time Val is signing out, but I want you to reach out to me on Facebook, on Instagram. Go to my YouTube channel, guys. I ask you every week, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you want to talk to me further, look, go to my Facebook, send me a message, or you can go to my website, www.talktimeval.com, and you can set up a meet and greet with me, and we can talk about stepping up and stepping out together, because it's an ongoing process, guys. When we step up and step out of our comfort zone, you're going to hit some bumps in the road, but it's okay, because if you keep on doing it, eventually it'll get better. It'll get better, and it'll get better. So that is all I have for you today. Talk Time Val, I am here to sign out, and I will talk to you a little bit later.